In this video I'm going to review the Lumberjack BD370 belt and disc sander from Lumberjack UK Tools. This is priced on the Lumberjack UK website at £99.95. It has a 370 watt motor. It accepts 4-inch belts and 6-inch discs. It has a tilting table that can tilt to 45 degrees and the belt can tilt to a full 90 degrees. So if you've ever watched any videos on this channel before, it'll probably seem like I am quite a big fan of Lumberjack tools, and that is true for the most part. This is the exception, unfortunately, and the reason for it is because of this table. It just doesn't stay square. So when I got this, I basically wanted the disc capacity on it because I already had a belt sander that I just used to flip over and clamp down to my workbench, and I just wanted to use the disc bit for precision sanding at 90 degrees. And as you can see, it moves a lot. I only put this back to 90 degrees the other day. I've barely used it, and let's get the square out and just move the camera around, and as you can see, it's no longer square. There's already a gap there where the table is already tilting, and it's as tight as I can put that table, so I can't stop it from doing it. I suppose I could probably put something underneath it as a support, but I do move it around because, you know, I'm working in quite a tight space, so that's not really ideal. So there's a knob on the side that you twist to move the table, and it can go to a 45 degree angle. If you ever want to sand something at a 45 degree angle, which some people might want to do, I don't really have much need for it myself, and I'd much rather that the table just stayed square rather than adjusted. But I understand why there's features there, but it's not quite accurate enough for anything precision. Also, by the way, you do get a mitre gauge with this, which I'll most likely find mine after I've posted this video, but typically I can't find it when I came to make this video. So it does have a little bit of play in it, and I don't tend to use it purely because of the table. If you put any pressure on it, it knocks it out of square. So I try not to really use it anyway, but it does come with one. I have found that the disc and the belt that it comes with is fairly good as well. This belt has been on it since I've had it, and I've had it for about 5 months now, and it's still going strong. I think it's about 100 grit. It's not quite 120, but it does a good job anyway. To get the disc off, you definitely need a heat gun for it, but you do with any disc sander. But that obviously means it is stuck on quite well. It's never come loose, so that is quite a good thing, really. So the main thing that I do use this sander for is the belt, but that's not actually great on this because you can only use really light pressure or else it stops. So I'll just demonstrate what I mean. So it doesn't take an awful lot of pressure, as you can see, to actually stop it from going round, but as you can see, it is quite a smooth finish, to be fair. That's the side I've just sanded. It's hard to see on the camera there, but that is the rough side, or how it looked before, as this piece was cut on a bandsaw. So it has done a nice job of it. See, that's rough and that's really smooth. So it does sand nice if you put even pressure on it, but yeah, it does stop. So that also you could probably see it on the video. It shows how much dust it kicks out. I didn't run it with dust collection on that, and you can tell by the noise it is fairly loud, but it's a sander, they make noise, they all make noise, but that with dust collection running at the same time, it can be quite loud, so you should really wear hearing protection for it. But it does kick the dust everywhere. I mean, you can see that this machine is definitely used because it's absolutely covered in dust, and I always forget to turn the dust extractor on, but that's the kind of mess it will make if you don't, so do recommend it. The dust extraction port is located on the side, and you can just attach a hose to it there. You'll need an adapter for a standard one. It's a 60mm port. So I bought an adapter. I just bought a rubber one from, I think it was from Axminster, that fits over it perfectly and can cut it down to whatever size you need. Lumberjack do their own. I think it's priced between £10 and £15 for like a set of different sized ones, but I got that one because I knew it'd fit because you could adjust it. So this just slips on. I've never had it blow off or anything like that. It stays on quite well actually, so yeah, I do actually recommend that because it just got a good friction fit on it. Easy to put on and move about if you want to hook that up to anything else. And as I say, when it is switched on, the vacuum I mean, it does catch an awful lot of dust, and this kicks out an awful lot of fine dust, so it definitely use a vacuum with it. So I'll just demonstrate the disc part. I've just drawn a curve on this so you can see how well it sands. So it does sand it, as you can see, and it's fairly clean, but it's left with this lip, and that's going to need its own clean up there. I think it could be eliminated if the table was maybe a little bit closer to the disc, or I don't know, but it's just extra work, and it's not as clean as you want it to be, which I just think lets it down. I just think it's a bit of a shame because I am a fan of them, of their tools. You know, I just think they're great for beginners or amateurs or people that don't want to spend a fortune, and you can get good results, but this is just slightly below par for me. It's not quite there. I don't have anything to compare it to, but I just expected a little bit better. It's adequate, it does the job, but you could just save yourself some money and just use the belt sander that they do and flip that over, and you know, for half the price. Just checking the table, it's already come out of square just from doing that little bit of sanding there, so it just falls slightly short for me, but it is less than £100, which, you know, is half the price of some belt and disc sanders. So, you know, it's, if you think of it in that respect, it does a decent job. But if I was to buy a new one, or would I buy this? Probably not. I'd probably just save my money and get something a little bit better. But you know, it is a one-off. Like I say, I still really like Lumberjack tools, and it does do an okay job. It just, if you're into fine precision work, this is probably not the sander that you want to be doing that with. I have used it a lot for because I use an awful lot of pen blanks and don't actually have a lathe, but I do like to join them together. So I use it for jointing pen blanks so that I've got a completely seamless, you know, joint when I joint them together. And to be completely fair, it does a cracking job of that. It takes away material, and as long as I'm holding it with even pressure, it does do a really good job of that. So it might be worth a punt. If you're not into really fine woodwork, then get one, definitely. But I'd probably say just save the money and just get the belt sander, flip it on its back and clamp it down. But other than that, maybe save your money and get something a little bit more better. So I hope you found this useful. It's completely independent, my own personal views. So thanks very much for watching.